Hey guys, it's Captain Harris here for a little bit of an unexpected video of some 2024 speculation, which is something I didn't think that we would have, because, just assume it's going to be the Future Past tour. But today, Iron Maiden released their end of tour thank you video. You got Adrian, you got Dave looking like an absolute champ, just chilling out and
at whacking.
I don't make the rules, so if Dave Murray pronounces it as
whacking,
sorry. Anybody thought it was Vakken, but anyways. So we also got some clips from Nico and Bruce, and it would have just been like a normal end of tour video.
Are we looking too much into everything at this point?
No, I don't think we're looking too much into everything, because people thought we were looking too far into Bruce's Somewhere on Tour little thing he did last year. And look, now we're seeing Alexander the Great and Somewhere in Time. Like, I don't know, I think that everything's possible, and he didn't say it for nothing. So, in the video, Nico first said the following.
Anyway, we're going to take a little time off, and then we're going to think about what we're going to do after.
And then Bruce followed that up with his little clip.
Something else will happen. I can't tell you what, but you'll be happy.
That's clearly not nothing. That's not just him like, oh yeah, you never know, like, what we're gonna have. It's just like, we all expect the Future Past Tour 2024, probably North and South America. Hopefully, if, the fans down under are lucky, you get Asia and Australia and stuff like that. So, it's nothing that was unexpected, but, like, what is he talking about?
We shouldn't have any surprises coming up. Like, that's 2025, we're looking at surprises. But it's like the way that Bruce kind of listed off, like, oh, we got the 3 Canada dates, and then we're going to the desert with Power Trip. And then Nico says, and then we have to have a think about what we want to do after that.
Yeah, and so...
What do you mean?
So, to cap all of this, they did say in the 2022 end of tour press release from Rod, he did say, like, the Future Past Tour will continue into 2024. So I don't think it's like a new tour.
Was that said, like, when the first dates were announced?
No, it was after Tampa. Like, it was the end of 2022. It was like the thank you to the fans and everything. So it was in late October that he made that.
So I remember Rock and Roll Ribs 2022, Nico saying that the tour will be in the States. But
yeah,
after that, Nico had his health problem.
Yes.
And while I'm definitely not saying that this happened, but what are the odds that the band has just changed course now that Nico has had this problem, and maybe they want to change things up? Like if Nico said that in December, and then in January he gets hurt, and then now they're talking about something new coming up, like, what does that say?
Well, I don't think it's a new tour. I really don't, because I don't think they would just scrap, if they didn't play Alexander for entire continents like South America, North America, there'd be, like, outrage about that. There would be total outrage. So I don't think it's that. But James was in the shower when this came out, and I came up to him like, we got some a situation. Told him not to read the group chat because I put all my ideas in there. But you haven't heard any of, like, my ideas.
I don't know what any of the speculation is. I just watched the video a couple times, and my head's been going through it.
Yeah,
several times.
I had 2 main thoughts, and then a friend of mine brought up another point that I think is a very good point.
Wait, let's see if the one I matches yours.
Okay.
Do you think it's Bruce bringing up his solo album?
Well, that's what my friend brought up, and because I didn't think about that at first. But the only reason I didn't think that would be it is because A, it was on an Iron Maiden YouTube video, and B, Nico also said a little something. Mm-hmm. That, like, I don't know if they're related or not. Because
I can never tell with Nico.
They were clearly in 2 different locations. You don't know if they planned that or if it was just something he said.
They definitely didn't plan it.
Exactly.
Like, I don't necessarily think
But the video
Nico meant
editor
anything.
could have planned it. So
Yeah, the video editor was trying to piece something together there, but I think Nico on his own was just like he just kind of grabs words and sentences in the moment, and I think that that's just what he came up with. It doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Yeah. So my friend brought up the fact that it could just be Bruce teasing a solo album and a tour, and I totally agree that that could be it. But the fact that it was on a Maiden video, the fact that Nico said a little something,
Yeah, the fact that they put them together like that, it has to be Maiden related.
Yeah. So my two thoughts were either one, we get an Ed Force One tour again, even though everybody says Bruce is too old to pilot it. It's fine. Like, I think that the hype for, like, I've heard rumors of them going to Japan and South America and stuff like that. So it's like, big plane tour, you know, would make sense.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be like a major surprise, would it?
What, EF1?
Yeah.
I think it would be. They haven't had one for a long time.
So what? They had one Book of Souls 2016. It's been a long time.
It has.
But it's...
A big, bombastic world tour? I mean, he has been teasing Europe again, like, oh, sooner than you think, and stuff like that, so...
I mean, I do think they're going to go back to Europe next year.
Yeah.
I do. Just based on what he's been saying.
Like, whether it's for festivals or what, but I mean, it would make sense for a world tour. Like, they wouldn't get, like, EF1, a plane, or anything like that, and just skip over Europe. Like, of course they're going to make some stops there if they have a plane.
But does it have the same effect if Bruce isn't piloting it?
I think so.
And does it make financial sense nowadays to do a
I'm
plane
not...
tour?
I'm not in the aviation industry, but that's one idea. And the next, I thought, is like they're planning to go record a new album. Then after next year's tour, we get the album.
Right. It's just weird that they're planting things in our minds now.
Because maybe they're going to go off and record an album.
But to me, if they were about to go and do an album like now, which they could, they have enough time right now between now and the Canadian dates to do an album. But you'd think they wouldn't say anything about it until after this tour is done. But that's the only thing I got is, like, new album at this point.
Yeah.
Seems like the most likely.
Yeah, I've seen people bring up, like, they're scrapping Future Past. This will be it. They're not doing it anymore. I'm like, God, the people would be absolutely pissed beyond measure if they didn't get this set list in their country.
The world's been waiting for some more
1 year
time.
of this, and that's it? Like, I don't think so. So those are just my two thoughts, because, like, I don't feel like Bruce would tease something like that just for, ooh, my God, look, North and South American dates, what everybody expected. Like, it's got to be something that's unexpected, in my opinion. Like, something that people didn't really see coming. If it's for Maiden, if it could very well just be, like, him like, hey, I got an album coming out next year, so...
He said we'll be happy.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, what will make me happy is a new Maiden album this year.
We're not getting one this year. When the hell do you think they recorded it?
Well, they could record it right now and then put it out next month.
Fuck off.
Where's Kevin Shirley been? What's he doing?
Working.
Like... It's like when we first heard Bruce say, like, somewhere on tour, it was like, it's super rough, like, we don't know where this is going, but this is just a big maybe of, is this the next hype train? Like, are they starting the next one?
Right, and, you know, I love speculation, so, you know, that, I don't normally make it, like, somebody was like, oh, you should make a video for what Bruce is saying, like, oh, we'll see you sooner than you think about, like, the shows he was doing in Europe, and they're like, oh, it could be another European tour. I'm like, I don't know, that doesn't feel like exciting enough for a speculation video, but that, what he said, and it was the same look that he gave, like, when he was wearing that Belshazzar's Feast shirt, and he's like, it's right in front of you.
He's always pursing his lips and just like, I know something
he's holding
you don't.
back those secrets.
The last several years, there's just been so much of that. Bruce is always at the helm of this.
Yeah.
And he just loves keeping us on the edge.
And I love it. I love seeing that look on his face and just being like, he knows something and he wants to tell us and it has to be good. Like, like Bruce wouldn't be like, oh, I really want to tell them about this, the U.S. dates and the South American dates. Like,
that's not a surprise.
Has to be something good. Like, that's all I'm saying. I'm getting ready for something good. So
don't
disappoint.
Do you think we'll find out whatever it is before the end of this year?
Yeah, I think after Power Trip. Because, like, if they're going to announce a tour and it's EF1, like, I've heard, like, March, April start for, like, South America and stuff like that. These are all rumors. It's all speculation. But if that's the case, they got to announce that fairly soon, you know?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I definitely don't think they're going to scrap the second year of Future
Yeah.
Past. I think it's still
No.
gonna come here next year.
So I think if it's EF1, we'll find out this year. If it's a new album, we'll probably find out next year. And if it's Bruce's album, we can find out at any time because there's no like, power trip contracts and stuff like that would stop them from announcing dates and all that stuff.
But me personally, I really hope that they are all heading to Paris right now to meet Kevin Shirley.
I don't know. I think they're probably gonna go home with Nico having had a stroke and all that stuff. I think like it's
fine.
been a long tour. They probably want to go home. So
Nah, they're fine.
this guy, right? Am I right, guys?
We want new music.
Anyways, well, I just want Iron Maiden always. Lots of new exciting things.
Yes.
So. Anyways, that's about all I got today. I don't want to extend this too far and get too conspiratorial about it. So, like, tell us what you think. Do you think this is anything? Do you think that we're being crazy yet again? So,
Possibly.
we look forward to hearing what you have to say, and we'll see you next time.